I was probably the most terrified and terrible networker and public speaker ever to walk this earth. And what I discovered the long way and the hard way is that the only thing worse than not getting referrals in networking is not knowing why. And the only thing better than gaining high quality referrals is knowing with precision exactly why you're getting them. What you're about to discover is a framework to help you max your ROI in BNI and in networking at large. And it starts with my story. When I was 27 years old, my father walked in my brand new clinic and he said, "Son, I really love what you've done with the place." I was like, "Thanks, Dad." He said, "But it's missing one thing." I was like, "What's that?" He said, "Patience. This place is empty." I said, "But Dad, I'm the new kid on the block. You got to give people time to find out about me." He said, "Son, that's your first mistake. You don't wait for people to find you. You get out there and you network." Of course, you're all networkers now, but back then, it was my early days. And I really struggled. And I also struggled in my pursuit to figure out what's the difference between ineffective networking and effective networking. And when I finally came up with this framework and I co-authored a book with Dr. Ivan called Work Your Network with the 4 C's, it's now a framework that I'm rolling out all around the world. And the rollout is in 3 phases. DNA. D for discover the 4 C's, which you're about to. And then N for navigate the 4 C's and A for apply the 4 C's. Discovering the 4 C's means understanding what are the essential boxes you need to tick in the minds of others before you can expect a steady stream of referrals. Number 1, competence. There's a saying that says competence gets you in the door. And you would agree, I'm sure, that you won't want to do business with someone that you don't perceive to be highly competent. Well, if competence keeps you in the door, there's a saying that says credibility keeps you in the room. And while competence is trusting you on a professional level, credibility refers to trusting you on a personal or human level. So those are the first 2 C's, competence and credibility. But you know people who have the first 2 C's, but they have a deficiency, if you will, in the 3rd C, which is clarity of communication. So you know they're highly competent, you know they're credible, but you can't refer to them because you just don't understand them, or you don't understand what to say to open doors for them. The 4th C, according to a royal family member in Bahrain, she said, "Odie, this might be the most important C of all." They're all important, but connectivity speaks to the quality and the quantity of your connections. It's human nature to want to rub shoulders with someone who you perceive to be very well connected in the room and very well connected in the community. And if you tick these 4 boxes in the minds of others, you increase the probability of winning them over, and you increase the probability of them referring to you. So that's the 4 C's in a nutshell. Now we need to talk about the next step in the process, which is N for navigate the 4 C's through anonymous peer-to-peer assessments. That's right. Imagine you get a chance to see how you're being perceived in the eyes of your fellow members. So the anonymous assessment involves you signing in online and assessing each person in just seconds. You'll get 4 scorecards. The first is where you stand in the eyes of your peers on each C and combined. And then you'll get an assessment on how you assess yourself on each C. And then the beauty is you can now compare those 2, because imagine you rated yourself very high on clarity and your peers rated you very low. It tells you something, right? It tells you this might be the very reason why you're not securing referrals. They just don't understand what you do or what to say to open doors for you. You'll also get a group average that tells you as an entire chapter, what's the caliber when it comes to each C. So discover the 4 C's, navigate the 4 C's through assessments, and A is for apply. Apply the 4 C's coaching, training, and the resources such as the books to empower each one of your C's so you can max your ROI and BNI. Thank you so much for listening. And remember, the only thing worse than not getting referrals is not knowing why. The only thing better is knowing precisely why you're getting them.